This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Kentucky 4 wins away now from national championship number 9. The Cats 36-0 and will head to Cleveland for the Sweet 16 with Big Blue Nation right behind them. Kentucky is the engine that makes everything go, and the fans are enjoying quite the ride this year, except most of the Big Blue traveling with the Wildcats now are the ones who could not get into Rupp Arena during the regular season. And still yet, not every UK fan will get into the queue Thursday night, but they'll still be in the city.
I would say all the restaurant bar owners are going to be very happy, because if they can't get into the games, they're going to be sitting right there. I don't think they drink, but they will be there watching those games. And you would say, well, they can't get all the tickets. They somehow figure out how to get tickets. I have no idea how they do it, but there'll be a lot of blue in Cleveland, no question.
Kentucky's opponent, West Virginia, comes off a win over Maryland to get to the Sweet 16. The Mountaineers only shoot at about a 41% clip, but they have forced 468 turnovers on the season. And when that doesn't turn into points, they get offensive boards. The Mounties, number 1 in the country with 16 per, and Huggy Bear says that's how they win games.
You look at the stats, we get 16 more shots than what they get. That's what we have to do. We have to get more shots. We shot 36% the first half. They shot 55, and we led by 1 because we get more shots.
UK and WV will play this Sweet 16 game at the King's House in Cleveland. WVU guard and Dayton, Ohio native Juwan Staten on playing on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers home court this week.
I'm always going to be a LeBron fan, but right now I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking about Kentucky. You know, we got another game to play, and we in the Sweet 16. This is one of our goals, and we just want to keep moving forward. You know, we got a special group of guys, and we just want to take this team as far as we can.
1 seed Kentucky versus 5 seed West Virginia. My old Kentucky home, or perhaps Take Me Home, Country Roads. One of those songs likely to play after the game, but which one depends on who wins. UK and WV will tip off at approximately 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time in Cleveland. You can watch the game right here on WYMT. According to Matt Jones in tonight's KSR Minute, WVU has, quote, mediocre players. Take a listen.
If you look at the NCAA tournament as 3 two-game tournaments to win a championship, Kentucky is now through with the first one, and it wasn't too bad. Hampton was easy, and while Cincinnati was physical, the game really didn't get out of hand. But now we move to the next one, and this one will be more difficult. And West Virginia is first, a team that Kentucky fans know very well. In Cal's 5 trips to the tournament, this will now be the 3rd time that we play West Virginia. But this West Virginia team is different. They like to get up and down the court. They're not as physical and plodding as most Bob Huggins teams. Instead, they press. The way I would use an example is think about that good Louisville team that won the title a couple years ago. They play like that, but they're just not as talented. They play 13 guys, so Kentucky's depth will not be quite as big as it's been in these other games, but they're kind of 13 mediocre players. So I don't think there's a ton to worry about. If Kentucky comes out, they play well, the guards handle the ball and don't get rattled, the Cats should be okay and heading to the Elite Eight. I'm Matt Jones, and this is the KSR Minute.
All right, you heard him, West Virginia, you're mediocre. Coming up, Louisville is still in the dance. Here from head coach Rick Pitino as his team will play in the Sweet 16 on Friday. The Kentucky women upset and knocked out of the NCAA tournament Sunday when they lost to Dayton tonight. These women, I should say, trying to avoid an upset. The Cardinals are the home team as the 3 seed. Louisville, though, playing 6 seed South Florida on its home floor. A little awkward, maybe. Let's go second half off the Miss USF. Alicia Jenkins at the other end. She gives the Bulls the lead for the first time in the entire game with under 5 minutes to go. But the South Florida women trying to make their first ever Sweet 16 appearance in school history, but that's not going to happen. Louisville's Jude Schimmel, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. What a night for her. Louisville advances to its 3rd consecutive Sweet 16, 6th in school history. The women punched their ticket to the Sweet 16, and the men are headed there too as far as Louisville goes. This is the first time in school history that the Cards are going for a 4th straight year. Louisville got through a tough Northern Iowa team to advance. Terry Rozier had 25 points, 7 assists. Rozier scored on or assisted on 65% of made baskets. Rick Pitino after the game.
Sometimes I hate these press conferences because you listen to the other guys up here first, and you know, you just bleed for a group like Northern Iowa, who the reason we played so well tonight is the amount of respect we had for them. We knew they were a great team statistically, 5 seniors, we know they're beautifully coached, so sometimes it breaks your heart even in victory. I mean, we are so pumped and so excited because we know the feeling on the other end.
4-seed Louisville will play 8-seed North Carolina State. The Cardinals will play Friday, March 27th, 7:37 tip time. Live coverage of that game on TBS. Meanwhile, tonight, guys, Campbellsville advances in the NAIA National Tournament in the Final Four. They defeat Freed Hardeman 56-52. They were the 4-seed. Freed Hardeman was number 1. So they will play for their first ever national championship in school history in anything when they play Oklahoma City in a rematch of last year's national quarterfinal.
All right, thank you, Jamie.
And we'll be right back.